Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share a remarkable experience of driving 4000 kilometers through South and Central India, starting from Bangalore and going to Osmamanabad, Aundha, Nagnath, Ghrushneshwar, Ellora, Maheshwar, Omkareshwar, Indore, Ujjain, Triambakeshwar, Nasik, Panchavati, Shirdi, BhimaShankar, Mahabaleshwar, and finally back to our Bangalore home. Initially, I planned the journey for 2 weeks, but I was able to complete it in 12 days. In this video, I'll give you all details about the expenses for hotel, food, fuel, and toll. So, be with me and enjoy the journey. The idea behind this travel was to cover all the Jyotirlingas of Central India. The nearest in Central India was Aundha Nagnath, which was 960 kilometers from Bangalore. Since it was very difficult to cover such a long distance in a single day, I decided to stay somewhere in Solapur or Osmanabad, which was 710 kilometers from Bangalore. I took the road through Yashwantpur, Nilmangala, Tumkuru, Hiriur, Hospet, Vijaypura, where most of the journey was in NH50 and the road was also very good. From Vijaypura I had to take NH52 to reach Osmanabad, and by 6:30 pm we reached Osmanabad. My plan was to drive mostly through the day and take rest in night. So throughout my entire journey I avoided night driving except some days. And since the idea was to travel maximum distance during the day, I didn't pre-book any hotels. For this I had to face some problem in Osmanabad, as I was not getting any hotels there. Some sporting event was scheduled there and all the hotels are booked by the athletes. So I had to go out of Osmanabad town and look ahead. Luckily I got one near Yedshi Toll Plaza, and the information about this particular hotel was also given by some hotel manager who said I'll not get any hotel in Osmanabad. Finally we reached in the hotel, and its price was rupees 1000 per night. There were many highway restaurants in the vicinity, and we took a parcel of roti dal fry for our dinner that day. Next day we started our journey early in the morning for Aundha Nagnath. It's worthwhile mentioning that the road to Osmanabad was very good, but from here onwards the road becomes pretty bad. Sometimes there were very bad roads or no roads at all, which increased the travel time significantly, and this I have observed for majority of the Maharashtra that I have driven in. Reached Nagnath temple by 12:30 pm, and with the help of a temple Purohit took Shigra Darshana tickets and offered our prayers to Lord Shiva. Although the temple looks pretty old, but it was reconstructed as it was destroyed by invaders. Also there is a dispute regarding this temple, whether this is a Jyotirlinga or not. But local people and priests says it is Jyotirlinga, and some other sources say that there is another Nagnath temple in Gujarat which is the Jyotirlinga. In this temple one has to go down a level through very narrow staircase to reach the Shivalinga. Around 1:30 pm we finished our temple darshan and prayers and started our journey towards Ghrushneshwar. The distance was 300 kilometers and we reached there around 7 pm in the evening. Took a hotel near the temple for 1000 rupees, got freshened up and visited the Shayan Arti of Mahadev, which happens at 8:30 pm, and then finished our dinner with veg thali. We purchased Jalabhishek ticket for 500 rupees for next day morning, and then retreated to our hotel to get up early next morning for the Jalabhishek. One thing that I have noticed is the In the Central India trip, geyser is not available in most of the budget hotels, but they have common water heater from where they provide water to all the guests in the morning. They will carry buckets of hot water and place in front of your room on request. Early morning, after bathing in hot water, we went to Ghrushneshwar temple for Jalabhishek. We went to the temple at 6 am and there was not much queue. We offered our prayers and obeisance to Lord Shiva in peace. Next, we checked out from the hotel and arrived at Ellora caves, which was around 1.5 km from temple. We saw the massive rock-cut Kailasha temple, which needs to be recognized as a wonder of the world. Architects and scientists were not able to figure out how this temple was built. Then we visited many other Jain and Buddhist caves. After visiting many caves for around 4 hours, we left Ellora to go ahead to our next destination, which is Omkareshwar. We stopped shortly for lunch and then traveled non-stop. But the road was pretty bad for most part till we reached Madhya Pradesh, after which it becomes good. Around 6 o'clock in the evening, I saw that I need to cover till a large distance to reach Omkareshwar. And with my previous experience with the roads in Maharashtra, I didn't want to risk traveling in the dark. So I decided to stay in the nearby place and I found Maheshwar in the map. I reached Maheshwar by 7:30 pm and took a hotel by the side of the Narmada river. Hotel price was 900 rupees per night. After freshening up a bit, we went out for dinner and checking out the nearby places. Visited the nearby Rajarajeshwari temple and the Kashi Vishwanath temple. Next day morning, visited Ahilyabai museum and the palace and went for a boat trip to Sahasradhara and Baneshwar temple, which is located inside Narmada river. Around 11 we started from Maheshwar towards Omkareshwar. We reached Omkareshwar around 12:30 pm and found a hotel for 700 rupees very close to the temple. Finished our lunch with a local thali with gatte and rice and chapatis, and then took some rest and went out to visit the nearby places in the evening. First we completed the parikrama of Mandhata Parvat, saw the Kaveri Narmada Sangam, and then reached Omkareshwar temple. The total distance of the parikrama was 7 kilometers and it took 2 hours to complete the full parikrama. After having Omkareshwar darshan, we went to visit Mahakaleshwar temple. Next day morning also did Jalarpan at both Omkareshwar and Mahabaleshwar and ended our Omkareshwar trip. Next, we visited Indore Rajwada Palace, Jain Kach Mandir, and had Jain lunch thali in a nearby restaurant. Although Indore consistently ranks as the cleanest city of India, but I didn't feel the same by visiting Indore. Next, we proceeded towards Ujjain Mahakaleshwar temple and reached there by evening the same day. Got a hotel at rupees 1300 close to the temple. In the evening, we went to Mahakal corridor and did Mahakaleshwar darshan. Although the Mahakal corridor has been built fantastic, but it still gives an artificial look, where the main temple still holds the purity, sanctity, and demands respect from the pilgrims. Among all the Jyotirlingas I visited, the Mahakaleshwar temple was the most crowded. Next day morning, we again came for darshan, and after completing our darshan, we went to Harasiddhi temple, which is a Shakti Pit, and Shati's elbow fell in this place. This temple was few meters from the Mahakaleshwar Jyotirling. Then we checked out from the hotel and visited Mahakal temple, which was around 4 kilometers from the Jyotirling. After completing our darshan there, we proceeded towards Triambakeshwar, and the distance was around 550 kilometers from there. In the road, we saw beautiful Deccan plateaus. We reached Triambak around 7:30 pm and was totally exhausted. Also got little bit of digestion after morning breakfast with kachori and chutney, and then also had some not a very good lunch. We visited the temple around 8:30 pm and then returned to the hotel and didn't feel like having dinner due to indigestion. But in the morning I was fine again and ready to travel. We again visited Triambakeshwar Jyotirling and then went to visit Godavari Udgamsthal and Gautam Muni Ashram. After that, we proceeded towards Shirdi Sai. On the way, we visited Nasik, Panchabati, Sita Gufa, Kalaram Mandir. I found the Nasik city very clean and green, and would love to live there if I am not living in Bangalore. We reached Shirdi Sai around 6 in the evening. Previously thought about staying in Sai Baba Ashram, but since it was 1 kilometer away from the main temple, I took hotel just beside the temple. We went there in Friday and there was too much of crowd. We had to wait 2 hours to have our darshan. Next day we visited Hanuman temple and joined in the morning aarti and visited the other places like Dwarkamai, Chabutara, and then proceeded towards BhimaShankar. We reached BhimaShankar around 1 pm. We stood in general queue and it took quite a long time to have our darshan. By 5:30 pm, we finished our darshan and decided to move towards Mahabaleshwar and stay in any highway hotel when it's dark. We reached Rajgurunagar in Khed, which was around 40 kilometers before Pune. We checked in hotel Tulsi. They have both hotel and restaurant. The hotel was nice and they have big rooms. Cost was also reasonable of around 30,000 per night. But surprising thing was they locked us in the hotel and we couldn't check out in the morning. I had to call Khed police station, but still nobody came to open the main gate. Finally I had to jump out of the window and with the help of the local people I had to locate the hotel staff and get the main door opened. It was one horrible experience. Then we proceeded towards Mahabaleshwar and reached there by 1:30 pm. We relaxed in Mahabaleshwar for 2 days and then returned to Bangalore. The whole trip cost came to around 47,000 rupees for 2 persons traveling in Hyundai Eon car. In this, total food and hotel expenses was 23,000. Fuel was around 20,000. Toll fee around 4,000 rupees. It was an amazing journey covering the South and Central India. This video gives you a fair idea about the roads and the expenses in different places and help you plan your journey well. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.